Here we go for qualifying. Proper qualifying. Obviously, yeah, not the greatest of outings for Lando Norris in the sprint race, but hopefully some better results here in qualifying. And then Oscar Piastri coming off the win in the sprint. I mean, it's still very close. I mean, the Drivers' Championship is sealed, but the battle for P2 is still very tight between Norris, Piastri, the two Ferraris, and that's about it, because Sergio Perez is absolutely nowhere. So, yeah, need to do well here and put ourselves in a good spot for Sunday. Time has expired here in Q1. Let's see if the two Salvers can get themselves outside of the bottom 5. Zhou Guanyu, the Chinese driver, can he get himself there? Not quite. Remains in P20. So Valtteri Bottas on a lap here as well. Also Kevin Magnussen on a flyer of his own. So Bottas crosses the line now. Is P19. Will go to P19. No improvement there. So Hulkenberg, Sargent, Bottas, Zhou are out. Will Kevin Magnussen be joining them, or will it be Alexander Albon? Wow, Magnussen found the time. So Albon, Hulkenberg, Sargent, Bottas, and Zhou Guanyu all out here in Q1. He had the heroics in Q1. I don't think those will translate over into Q2. Magnussen is 14th, will remain in P14. So Lance Stroll with the tow from Lewis Hamilton. Can the Canadian get himself outside of the bottom 5? I can only imagine that will be a yes, but can Lewis respond as well? Not quite going to be enough. Stroll is in, Hamilton out, along with George Russell, Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon, and Kevin Magnussen. P1 for Piastri. Love to see that. What will Lando do?
Currently P1.
P2.
Look after the fuel on the inlet.
Okay, well. Yeah, just waiting on Verstappen to ruin our day. Session timer has expired. Verstappen hasn't improved, and neither has Carlos Sainz. So unless Charles Leclerc wants to play spoiler, I do believe we have locked out the front row. Piastri coming to the line now. Doesn't look like it's going to be much of an improvement, and if an improvement at all, looks like he will stay in that spot. Can Lando Norris improve at all? Not quite going to be. Actually, does improve 100th, but not quite going to be enough. So provisionally a front row lockout, unless Charles Leclerc wants to ruin our day. We'll take the pull. Fuck it.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. This race should be a good chance to see what Valtteri Bottas can manage.
It's going to be difficult for them. P18, that's going to be tough to make an impression on the race from there.
We're all set here in Losail. And it's lights out. And away we go!
Lights out and away we go. Leclerc has gotten an amazing start and will already clear us before we even get to turn number 1 here for the penultimate race of the season. So, going to be an interesting race in terms of strategy. 2-stop, 3-stop, maybe even 1-stop would be viable. Just going to have to wait and see how that all works out. However, as you can see, a pretty good mix of strategy from those in the field, although Leclerc on hards at the front is going to be surprising to see if that works out for him. But either way, from P2 and now P5, let's just try to make sure we don't lose too much ground with Ferrari in the points. Needless to say, a pretty rough start here for Oscar Piastri, so onto a set of soft compound rubber. We will have, no matter what, at least one more pit stop to go in this race. I would imagine we'll be finishing on a set of hards. We've got a yellow flag. Not quite sure what it's for, but it doesn't appear to be anything too major. So down and away for Oscar Piastri. We will come out ahead of Lance Stroll, but obviously, yeah, a bit of a head-scratching race thus far for the Australian.
Perez ahead.
And there's the lockup. By that point, it was just too late.
Bit of a weird race this far, but we just got to make the most of it. So on to a set of medium compound rubber. I would imagine we're going to be finishing on a set of soft compound tires, but we are very off-sequence compared to all of those around us. We will come out behind Carlos Sainz, unfortunately. Ooh, that was a little close to turn 1. Looks like Sainz will get back in front of us, although the Salver is just kind of in the way. Either way, out in P6. Now we got to go track him down. Yeah, not the hottest outing here for Oscar Piastri. So on to a set of hards. We're kind of just mirroring the Red Bull team. However, Max Verstappen is like 20 seconds up the road from where we are. So out of the pit lane now, we're going to come out with some clean air. Got to get these tires to the end, but it's not looking great for Mr. Piastri.
Well, you can see the lockup. Just unable to control the car by that point.
Yes. 15 qualifying laps await Lando Norris. So onto a brand new set of soft compound rubber. A little slow on the right front, but hey, well, yeah, it's a second. Well, these guys have done well enough over the course of the season. I won't hammer on them too bad. So we will come out of the pit lane side by side with Sergio Perez. We cannot afford to fall behind here. Cannot afford to fall behind here. Please, no. No. Meow. You have to be a little careful not to destroy these tires. We're really not that, I mean, I think we don't really have a chance for the win, but we are actually relatively close to everybody. Attaboy.
Struggling with the car, and they ended up their own passenger.
Take it! Yes! Up to P5. Still closing that gap down to Sainz. Can't really say much in terms of the Drivers' Championship, but this Constructors' Championship is going to go down to the wire between ourselves and Ferrari, of all people. So Charles Leclerc is going to take the checkered flag here in Qatar. P2 for Carlos Sainz and the bonus point for the fastest lap. We might be in a bit of trouble. So, yeah, P1 for Leclerc, P2 for Sainz. We will come home P3 with Lando Norris. Who knows if we didn't get that grid penalty from what happened in Las Vegas, but going to have a big task ahead of us going into Abu Dhabi.
Charles Leclerc there, taking home the win.
All credit to the team for the car they've put together. But without that incredible and consistent driving, it'd all be for nothing.
Lando Norris, currently on our screens, heads back to his team.
And third place sees them round off today with a trophy to mark the occasion.
And after such a fabulous drive here today, it's no surprise to see this man land on the podium.
No stranger to the podium at all, that's for certain. This is the kind of consistency every driver wants to have.
And that picture right there brings together the podium finishers for the Qatar Grand Prix.